What happened to Metal Retro Reviews? For those of you who are return viewers, subscribed, or just appreciated my content, thank you. I'm sorry I just kind of vanished. A lot of things eventually led to the, for now, abandonment of this place. The biggest of which I realize now is quality. Not just in production, because that's not likely to improve, as I'm cheap, and this was never anything I really imagined I could or would grow to numbers that would necessitate new equipment. It's more of a realization that in my efforts to stand out by over-delivering on detail, the opposite of, say, Doug Walker, aka the Nostalgia Critic, I simply became a bloated, overwatered, and unnecessarily long summarizer. There's a lot of reasons it happened, and I've finally been able to look back on my content from a distance and see the why. As some of you know, my son was born in March of 2020, at the height of the pandemic, and I'd only started this channel maybe a year or so before that to try and claw my way out of a deep depression due to being ill and unemployed. As things began to normalize, I found a huge thrill in VHS hunting and sharing the results. We tried our hand at podcasts, my wife and I. I had a stint in gaming as well, but thought I'd found my footing when I attempted my first full-length review, Highway to Hell. That and many other videos are no longer up on this channel, a deliberate choice of mine because I'm so unsatisfied with them, maybe slightly embarrassed. Only because looking back now, I can see so clearly how much better I could have trimmed the fat. As I said earlier, I tried to over-deliver, afraid of missing a scene or jumping around too much. I considered these reviews, and that's with quotation marks, more along the lines of revisits to movies I grew up with, had long forgotten, and aimed to recapture the magic of. Maybe something as simple as specifying the channel was half review, half reaction, or calling it Metal Retro Recaps would have been all I needed, but I'd already changed names once from the Metal Retro Gamer, so I had to settle at some point. That said, I'm not completely dissatisfied with my videos. It is sad to think that I've removed well over 100 or maybe even 150 completely instead of making them private should I ever change my mind, but I can't fix that now. Depression makes one do rash things. Some of you may recall some super early videos of mine, late night vlogs, where I discussed such things. Finding my footing through YouTube helped pull me out of it, and the birth of my son only helped me realize further what really mattered in life. Of course, with fatherhood in the picture, the pandemic in full swing, and thinking I might finally have found a good stride for making videos, the channel grew a surprising amount. Even so, I only found myself less thrilled with the prospect of writing, filming, editing, making thumbnails, almost every aspect of it. It had become a third job, basically following my real job and new parental responsibilities. As a result, the content began to suffer. I felt guilty. I felt like I was letting people down who really did like to hear the dumb shit that comes out of my mouth by rushing out a video because, hey, I got an hour and a half while my son naps. My priorities were all over the place, understandably so, and I just couldn't find the balance again if I ever had it to begin with. To summarize, I feel like by the time I'd begun to grow an audience, I'd already sabotaged myself with mediocre content that didn't hold up under the lens. Analytics don't lie. I was never really that funny to begin with, just another asshole with gut reaction content. I vowed never to become the guy begging for likes again, worrying about subs or engagement, and let go the idea of monetization, which was always slightly out of reach, usually by something as lame as a measly 40 hours watch time I was short. Even so, YouTube had long since begun cracking down on profanity, and God, don't even get me started on all the copyright bots, false claims, and the time and effort it took to publish a video to begin with. That may be the second biggest reason my videos dried up. There is nothing more defeating than working on a video for 8 or so hours, and then after uploading privately to go through the checks, you have to go back, make constant small edits, re-export the damn thing, and go through the same lengthy bullshit process again. Now, with all that said, the worst thing about it is I now know exactly how I want to make videos. I learned how I should pace. I know what to cut and why. I almost want to revisit every video I've deleted and do it all over again the right way. But I also get a crippling anxiety even thinking about it. Why? Is it even worth it? Should I just look at this chapter of my life as a fun 3 to 4 year experiment and call it quits? I really don't know. I just know you deserve to know what happened to me and whether or not this is it. You now know what happened, but I can't tell you this is it. I have hope. I have a want. I have ideas. So long as you don't mind me resting dormant in your subscription list, there's always hope that one day a video will pop up and I deliver to you the type of content I always wanted, whether it's nostalgic, a terrible movie, music revisits, who knows. Maybe even a re-edit of the VHS finds in a more concise mega video, maybe a compilation of the Mystery Movie Mondays cut for brevity. The first thing I'd like to do is reevaluate my cut content and see what's worth salvaging. I know it probably sucks to see re-uploads, but lots of said videos were long since deleted when this channel barely had 700 subs or so. Maybe it will be new to some of you. If I make it to that pivotal step, you can rest assured that there will be new things on the horizon. My collection has only grown in the months, or hell years, since I dropped off from weekly uploads, so material isn't scarce. Time is, however. As such, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to listen to me. I hope you're all well, my family's doing well, and in case you were worried about my mental health, it is in as good as a place as it's ever been. I wish you all the best, and I hope that we cross paths again soon.